All right, junior hires, welcome seventh graders to what will be an awesome night of conversation for you guys. You might be in this mode where it's like, oh, why didn't I just skip on tonight? Why do I have to be here for this conversation? But we are excited that this is part of the junior high curriculum. And what I want to speak into tonight is, number one, there is a lot of shame when it comes to this topic. And I want to, first of all, address that. I want to speak against that shame because I know if you are like me at your age, there was this belief that this is something I could never talk about. This is something that I hid within, and I carried this secret throughout my life. And it wasn't until later on that I found that there was actually some amazing opportunities to have conversations about this very topic. And what I want you guys to know is this is a safe place to have these conversations. These are taking place with trusted adults, your small group leaders, and then in the home with your moms and dads. Like, these are amazing opportunities to have these conversations where you can hear biblical truth. I want to share with you some of those biblical truths. One being that this is from God and it's meant for our good and pleasure. But we take this thing that God created and we've made it into something that's counterfeit, and it's not what God wanted. I want to give you the example of eating a fruit. Like, if you have a fruit within its season, I love apples, and in the fall, there's nothing like eating an apple that is just so fresh. But sometimes when we push it towards the winter month, we can notice that these fruit no longer taste as sweet and they're not as good. And that's this design that God made in this moment right here, inside a season. And I'm talking about marriage between a man and a wife. God created this to be good. And it's very good in the context of marriage. But the problem is we've taken this fruit and we've placed it and we're eating it from a rotten tree. And so my goal for you guys is to understand that this is something that is beautiful. It's something that God designed for our pleasure. But there's a way that we can take this and we can corrupt it into something that it's not designed to be. My goal for you guys tonight, and the goal of your junior high pastors, is that tonight is a night that you guys can have some amazing conversations where you can break through shame, maybe even find a trusted adult to share some of these things that you've been struggling with, and then move into conversations that lead to health in your own life. One of the best things that you guys can do is just as you're moving forward with this team that you're with, and I don't use team lightly, this group that you're forming and that you're a part of will be with you for hopefully 5 more years to come. And tonight you have a night to build that relationship in a way that might never have seemed possible. Because if you're like me, this again is that thing that you're like, well, I can't share this about myself. But what I want to encourage you guys to know is that that person sitting to the right of you or the person sitting to the left of you is probably having and experiencing this same struggle. And so tonight, I really want to just push the fact that of all the nights when you gather for small group, this is a night to just be honest with one another. And I'm praying that over you guys now. When it comes to this particular topic, there's so many things that, let's give an example, that your friends from school might be sharing with you, or even worse yet, that the internet might be giving you. And so I want to speak against that now. If you have any questions, please find a trusted pastor, find a trusted adult like your small group leader, or better yet, talk to your parents and find out what the truth about this subject really is and what God has to say about it. I pray for you guys to have some amazing conversations.